There she is, boys and girls, the one and only. You're on the big screen there.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is my dog. His name is Dante.
Dante.
He has to go pee.
Did your boyfriend take him out for a walk?
No, because he was helping me figure it out. So he hasn't gone out yet.
Okay.
So, go.
Here for the photos. Now you are here for Dante, as we all are here for Dante. All right. So tell us who you are, where you're from, what do you do?
My name is Andrea Gronar. I live in Mexico City. I was born and raised here. And I do music photography, or I used to before the pandemic. And I also work for the Minister of Finance for my country. Well, I'm his photographer. And yeah.
That's awesome. That's so cool. I would love to be able to say I work for the Minister of Finance. I bet it gets old though sometimes.
Yeah, I actually went there at 5 in the morning and came back.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Just for us.
Yeah, just for you guys.
We are very lucky. Okay, so well, why don't you tell us why you're here? How did you end up on the stream?
I actually think I saw you on Michelle's stream, and then I checked your stream out, and it was cool, and I liked it, and I followed, and I subscribed, and yeah, I don't know, it's been really fun for me. It reminds me of when like I was on the internet for the first time, and I used to talk to a bunch of strangers who liked the same things I did, like on forums or whatever.
Where did you talk through? AOL Instant Messenger or what?
Yeah, AOL Messenger or just forums. I was part of a lot of forums.
Real quick, everyone, type in your old AOL Instant Messenger names real quick. There's mine. It was Chili Chums.
Chili Chums.
It was the name of a penguin doll that my parents got me from Macy's. Clarissa, it was Sneaker Fanatic. Fanatic 15. What else are you guys' your AOL Instant Messenger names? What was yours?
Mine was Peque something. I don't remember.
Veke?
Peque, like pequeño, pequeña.
What is that,
little?
pequeño? Oh, little?
Yeah, because I'm little. I'm not very tall.
What is your height? Like 5'5"?
I don't know in foot. I don't use that metric system. I'm a meter and like 52 centimeters tall. I don't know how much that is in feet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, me either.
But it's small.
So you being short, does that affect your photography, your music photography? Like, or do you just make sure that you can stand in places that are above the crowd?
I take my little...
Your ladder? Your stool?
Yeah. I take a stool to like festivals and stuff, because the stages are really high. But when I'm like at a bar or a small venue, it's actually worked at my advantage. Like if I'm around the crowd or something, I can easily sneak through and get to the front. And I don't know, Balu used to say that he liked that all my photos were like in the crowd perspective, like just looking up, because I was so short. I couldn't be eye level with
nice
with the artist.
What about your camera? Is your camera pretty big? Is it like a kind of like a normal big DSLR, or is it like a smaller compact kind?
¿Me pasas mi cámara?
4'9".
Eh?
4'9".
Oh, I'm 4'9" feet, says Balu.
You're 4'9"?
4'9".
Whoa! I think if you're 4'9", you can legally get like something, or I don't know what it is, but I think it's like you can be like considered like a small person or whatever, and you'll get like a placard that you can like park in the handicap stalls. I'm not sure if you can, but that's pretty crazy.
So
oh, there you go. Oh yeah, that's a big camera. I like that. Is that the 24-70 lens?
Yeah. No, it's
or 105.
105, yeah.
Oh, photo by Nomad is 5.2. Interesting. Ooh, look at that. Look at floating by your head.
Oh, yeah, that's my 7200. Those are the main lenses I use all the time.
Holding these beasts overhead for hours is a lot. Is it heavy on your arms?
Yeah, it's very heavy. Like my backpack where I take everything is like 10 kilos.
Gee.
And I carry that every day, all day long.
I forget. So have you or Blue gotten your hands on any of the mirrorless cameras, like from Canon or anything?
We've tried them. Like we used to work at photo museum. I think I told you that.
Yeah.
And they had this deal with Sony, and they would do their new camera presentations on the venue on the museum at the museum. And so we tried them, but we haven't gotten one yet. We want to.
Yeah.
It's real expensive.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, you know, especially like in like crowds and stuff like that, to be able to like have something like lighter and like easier to like, you know, because like with this, like I was just tripping out because this has a silent mode where it's like just completely doesn't make any noise. Like on my DSLR, it does have a silent mode, but it still has this loud click.
Yeah.
It's just like a loud drawn out click, whereas this is like completely silent. And so like you want to be really ninja, like just no sound whatsoever, super small, compact, just whatever. But that's cool. Wow. I didn't even know how. Now we know, chat, and we can appreciate your work even more.
Okay, cool.
Yes. Speaking of your work, you sent me 7 images, and I had to narrow it down to five of the ones that I was interested in, and so we're gonna check those out. As a reminder, today's segment is not so much about comparing our edits, but comparing our edits to your raw. And so seeing the different things that we did, and you are more than welcome to just say that you straight up don't like what I did with your photo in the edit or anything like that. But if you liked it, you're more than welcome to share what you liked and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds good?
Sounds great.
All right. So your first image, who is this of?
Oh, this is a lead singer of Papa Roach.
Lead singer of Papa Roach. Who used to listen to Papa Roach back in the days? When did you start listening? Or did you like them? Did you listen to them a lot?
I used to listen to them a lot. Not a lot. They weren't my favorite, but most of these bands were like this genre in general, like punk or happy punk, pop punk or whatever. It was never so popular over here, so I couldn't ever see like any of those bands, which were my favorite bands growing up. So then they came like 2 years ago, and Good Charlotte opened up for them. So I photographed them and Papa Roach, but I could only do portraits of this guy because we had an interview. Oh, because I work for Rollingstone Magazine, and we had an interview with this guy. So like I was telling you yesterday, we were inside like this white structure, like you just they bring them
like a tent. Is it a tent?
Yeah, like a tent, but like harder material.
Okay.
But there was no light at all. It was just the light from the ceiling, and we were in a how do you call it, parking lot, indoor parking lot. So that was the only light. So I had to crank up the ISO a bit, and I was shooting really low speed.
Yeah, you were.
Yesterday.
But you did the best you could with it, I think.
Yeah, I had like 2 minutes because it's always like this. Like, you get the interview, but you only have like 1 or 2 minutes to do the picture, and I was just like, so just give me your greatest show face, like.
Yeah.
what do you feel when you're on stage? And so he went like that, and I snapped, and that was it. Like,
yeah, so that's what I was gonna ask. Is like these kind of images. I mean, for them, it's pretty normal for them to make these kind of radical faces. But how do you draw that out? You ask them, "Show me your show face."
That time, that's what I said. I think I was really nervous too, like, because I'm really shy actually, like, with people, and so I'm trying to get better at portraits because of that. Because I don't like to approach anyone and ask for their picture. That's why I love the pit, and I love where no one even notices that I'm there, but I can do my thing. But I'm trying to get better at it. So I thought, like, this is a boring, just like plain white backdrop, like so boring. Like, I have to do something.
Yeah.
So I asked him to do the face, and I'm getting better at it, like, over time.
Yeah. Interesting. Come out in pieces. Oh yeah, that's the song everyone knows them by. Clarissa definitely identifies with you. Says the same. I'm sure about the shyness and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a struggle.
So shoot, I forgot what I was gonna ask. Oh yeah. So I don't know if you mentioned it, but you work for Rollingstone Mexico, right? That's Mexico, what it is.
Yeah.
And so, like, this image and any of the other images, did they make it into their magazine?
Yeah. Oh wait, let me go get
like this Papa Roach shot made it into the magazine.
It did, but I don't have that issue. But wow. I'll show you another. Wait, give me a second.
Okay, yeah, sick.
I'm gonna show you my two biggest ones because they were spreads, not just like little picture. So one was this was the cover. This is not my picture, but so this is my live shot.
Oh, that is so sick.
Yeah.
Nice.
And a couple more shots inside. It was like a big piece on Billie Eilish.
Wow.
And yeah.
Awesome.
And another one, just real quick, because this is like a really old school, like OG Mexican band called Phobia.
Yeah.
And I got to take their portrait.
I love that. That's a nice shot.
Yeah, thanks. It was the same backstage at a really big festival called Vive Latino, and I had like 2 minutes after the interview, and it was like the worst light. And I never take my flash to these things because I don't use flash in the pit. So I didn't have my flash. I again cranked it up, did the best I could to reduce the noise and just get it.
That's awesome. Do you ever encounter the musicians in like a bad mood, or like they just don't want their photo taking kind of thing?
Yeah, most of the times they're over it. Like they've been doing it all day long. You're not the only photographer. You're not the only magazine who's gotten an interview, because they get here and they only have like a day or two max to do all these things. So they have to do all this press and all this stuff, and they get so sick of it. Really, it's really hard to try to like be how do you say, like
friendly?
Like friendly, but like show them that you're not a threat. You're not there to annoy them. Just you know, I don't know.
It's hard to like establish that rapport with them within those couple minutes. That rapport of like a I guess a little relationship or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like even like, how are you liking Mexico? What did you eat?
It's like the same
Anything.
questions everyone's asking them.
Yeah, well, I mean, okay, I will change my questions, but like anything, just to set them a little at ease and not just be like, okay, stand here, just look this way, or come over here to the light, or just be more gentle, more friendly.
Welcome to Mexico. What do you hate about our country? What can we improve on? I'm sure they would have a lot to talk about. That'd be weird. That'd throw them off. They'd be like, what?
Yeah,
I love your country.
What do you mean?
Okay, so here we go. So what was your process in editing this? Like, what was your goal?
My goal was just to try to make it look a little less dull.
Yeah.
Give it a little more pop. I cranked up the whites and just did like a basic S curve for contrast. And yeah, I think that was it. It was really simple. I think I actually I used a base preset from RNI image, or really nice images.
Yeah.
And I used that as a base and then just tweaked it a little.
Okay, nice. Okay, so you let me go ahead and edit, and here's the one that I did. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
But I imagined his shot. Have you ever seen Harry Potter? Mm-hmm. And they get the newspapers, and you get Sirius Black, and he's just like,
oh yeah.
So that's what I imagined because of his expression, and I thought, like, if he was to be in a newspaper or something, kind of like a mug shot for like a jail or something, that like black and white would like really like resonate with that. And so I just went with that. I just chose a black and white preset that I had, and I just went with that. And I did my best to try and pull out some of those contrasts and details and not let it get lost in, translation. But yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, totally. I love it. Like, I didn't do it works really well with black and white because the expression, like, it's like the main focus. So the color doesn't distract you anymore from any of it. And like you said, it really does give that vibe of Sirius Black. Like it is. I love it. Like I didn't do it black and white because they asked for color. But yeah.
So when they have you edit photos, you don't just do your own thing. They kind of give you prompts as to what they want.
So if it's going to print like these other pictures, maybe I have a little like art guide direction, but mostly they don't publish black and white anymore. But like everything else, I can do whatever I want. I have
cool.
Yeah, I'm totally free with that. Just when it comes to print, like really specific things.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, on to the next one.
Okay.
Yeah, we're on to this awesome image. So here is your edit. I'm gonna wait for it to load on your end.
Yeah. Gene Simmons.
Yeah, tell us the story behind this shot.
Yeah. So I don't know if anyone in the chat has ever done music photography before. But this was at a really big festival we have over here. This metal and rock festival called Hell in Heaven, or it was either Hell in Heaven or Force Fest. And so Kiss was obviously the headlining band, like so everyone wanted to be there. And sometimes they give us restrictions like, not everyone can go inside the pit, like only these newspaper, these magazines, mostly printed media gets the preference. But this time they let everyone in. So there was like, wow. I don't know, like 100 photographers inside.
Oh my gosh.
I had to like rush and get to a good, like centerish spot, not like dead center, because then you get a lot of the mic in the face. So I try to avoid dead center, but just like a little beside the center, and just put my stool there, and I stood there just in the back, so I could lift off my camera if I wanted to, and I wasn't bothering any of the other photographers, and I stayed there the whole set because I couldn't move. Like, we were jam packed, like no one could move. So
and you're the only one who brought their stool?
No, I'm not the only one. Like, almost everyone uses a stool because stages are really, really high, and the pit area, so you can't go back far enough, so you can get like a.
So if you show up to work without your stool, you're screwed.
Yeah, I've had it happen to me. Like, not totally screwed, but it definitely helps a lot.
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that was it.
Gene Simmons. This is the first time that you ever shot Kiss?
Actually, it was the second time, but the first time it was the first time ever I went to a fest with a press pass, and I didn't know how to use it. Like, no one explained to me how it worked, because I didn't go with Rolling Stone. I didn't work for them then. It was like 5 years ago, and I went with this band because my friend was in this band and they were playing the festival, so they wanted me to take their pictures, but I didn't know that with the same pass I could go on to every stage. Like, I could enter all the stages, but I didn't know this. I was a noob. So I had the opportunity, but I shot it from the crowd, so it was crazy. I don't think I even got anything good, but it was like my second chance was.
Yeah.
I had to take advantage of it.
Yeah, awesome. And so your edit here, what was your process?
So I wanted to give it like this faded 80s film look, even in not just the shadows and the blacks, but also the highlights, just make them real flat. I really like that look. But like Michelle, Michelle said yesterday, like, our workflow is like really fast. So yesterday when I saw you just layering it up and changing the color.
That's something you don't do because you don't have the time.
I was like, of course. And it was like, whoa, yeah, I can do that. Like, when I have a little bit more time, because mostly I'm editing on my phone, on Lightroom Mobile, on my little phone.
So Lightroom Mobile is like really like a big piece of your workflow.
Yeah, I do everything on there because so you shoot the band and you have 3 songs, and then you have to walk all over the place to get to the other stage. And while you walk, you have to be like walking and downloading and editing at the same time, so you can send them and they can do the live coverage of everything. So it's really,
one thing too that I'm noticing on this edit, I can see it, but like all this red just gets pulled out when you edit it and everything like that. You can barely see it here on the tip, and then you can see it along his armor, but like this real strong red. So I don't know, I like that little aspect of this image. I think that's really cool.
Also, I cloned the flame in the bottom corner, right corner, because you had the stage there, like, kind of in the way. And I didn't like that, so I cloned it out.
Okay, so this right here.
Yeah.
Wow. What part did you clone on this image when you brought it over, or?
I don't remember actually, but something like that.
That's really cool, and that's something that I wish I could have done, because it just makes the image feel more full with the fire and everything like that. That's really cool. That is your professional action showing right there.
Yep.
All right, so let me bring on the edit that I did. So yeah, the process that I used on this one, honestly, probably Capture One would have been easier masking this, because with Lightroom you gotta do just adjustment brushes. So I did one adjustment for Gene and then one adjustment brush for the outside. Whereas Capture One, I could just literally mask in Gene, or what I would do is actually do the outside, and then I would just create a new layer and copy the mask from the other one, and then just invert it and make the process so much quicker. But for this, just doing the multiple brushes was fine. It took a little bit of time, but yeah. And then while I was editing, I did have the color like still kind of orange up top in the beginning, but then I don't know what happened, but on the preview it was showing the white balance cold, and I saw this gradient and I'm like, wow, this is really sick. So you just slide the white balance down to cold, and that's the blue reddish effect that you got there. So on him in the adjustment brush, I just used a lot of clarity and structure, brought out the whites and stuff to make, he's got a lot of just detail and like contrast in his armor to make it kind of pop and everything like that. Yeah, so what do you think?
I love it. I like it better than mine, because what you did with the color is like, it looks great, and you did a really good job. And yeah, it looks more bright, like more vivid, I think.
Yeah, vivid. So my question is, so you went more of like an 80s film look. Did this image get printed? And I'm wondering if like, no, this didn't get printed.
This didn't. No.
So like, I'm just thinking, if you went with this, you stick with that kind of genre for all the other images, because I'm sure you've got all the other band members on photo as well.
Yeah, I did. I mostly just get the look for one and just copy and paste on every, and just do minor adjustments, like mostly white balance and exposure. But yeah, I use the same like preset.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know if I used a preset at all. I don't think I did.
No,
it was just adjusting the sliders. All right, cool. Let's move on. This next image was really cool to edit and to like hear the story behind it. So, who is this, and what was your whole process in making this shot happen?
Okay, so this is a really cool story. I was in Monterrey, Mexico, shooting for Rollingstone, the Tecate Live Out Festival, and Cage the Elephant and Beck were headlining.
Ooh, Beck. Nice.
And who else? It was The Neighborhood. So I love Cage the Elephant. I had already photographed them like 2 years prior to that. This was last year. So 2007, I saw them for the first time here in Mexico City. And I was like blown away. Like, this guy just goes nuts. He's like the best frontman I've ever seen like living. Because of course I didn't get to see, I don't know, Michael Jackson live. But this guy is like, he was wild. And so every picture you take is like a banger shot, because he's just like very expressive.
Yeah, he looks very expressive.
Movement and facial expressions, and the music is really sick too. And I just loved it. So when I knew they were headlining this other festival, I was like, oh man, I hope I get the chance to shoot the whole show, because this actually happened at the very last song. And if you're going like a normal press, you only get the first 3 songs. So
what? They only let you do the first 3?
Oh yeah, Yeah,
What?
If you're not with the band or with the festival, you can only do the first 3 songs.
Wow,
So,
I didn't know that. You don't just like
Yeah.
chill out and capture the whole concert.
oh no.
So
I
you're
wish.
there for the first 3 songs, and then they say get out of here, and then you go
Get out of
home.
here. You don't go home. You
You can stay for the concert.
You can stay for the show.
Oh, okay.
But some venues make you take your camera outside to
Wow.
and then re-enter the venue, so you don't take any more pictures. So what I did was like I didn't know if I was gonna be able to shoot the whole show, and I was just kind of chilling, and I knew that we had an interview scheduled along the day. So I made sure I was there when they were there, and I actually took a portrait, but it didn't come out too great. But their photographer was there also, and he was like, "Hey, my camera is out of battery. Can I use your charger?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." And then I thought like, "Oh, so I'll just ask this guy if he can like make it happen, right?
Yeah.
Like just shoot my shot. Because if you don't ask, then you'll never get anything." So I was really in this just like go for it mood because I really love the band. And so I did, and he said, "Oh yeah, totally. I'll talk it over with the security guy, and you're clear." And so he took my charger, and then we met up, and he gave it back to me. But so the show started. The first 3 songs ended. I was thrown out, but I had gotten an all access bracelet from another band earlier that I shot directly for them. So I could go backstage, but I couldn't go in the pit anymore. So I went backstage and looked for the photographer and went like, "Hey, please just come talk to this guy right now." And so he did. He was very nice about it, and they let me stay. And
wow.
Suddenly, out of nowhere, because I didn't know, Beck comes on the stage. And I was like, "What the fuck?" And I got to photograph them, and then Beck actually stole my picture, uploaded it to his Instagram, never gave me credit.
Beck stole your photo and he never gave me credit?
It's up there if you wanna check.
Find it, and then send me the link.
I'll send you the link, man.
I bet that happens all the time. Just musicians don't credit photographers just because they feel like they don't need to or something.
Yeah, because it's their image, I guess. I don't know. It's weird.
You're lucky enough to be at the show and photograph me. I don't need to credit you.
Yeah, it's something like that. I don't know. There are artists like they are really nice and do, and if you ask, they do it. Like they mostly just don't know where the picture came from.
Wow.
But this guy, he definitely just found it on my Instagram, looking through his tags, and just stole it.
For everyone coming in today's stream, we are chatting with Andrea Gronar. She works over in Mexico for Rollingstone, as well as doing other photography for government officials. She's on stream because she redeemed the Edit My Photos channel reward points. So if you watch the Light Den Academy enough and you have at least 3,500 bolts, then you guys are more than welcome to redeem the Edit My Photos reward, and then you can do what Andrea's doing, in which you send me a couple of photos, like 2 to 5 raw files. I'll edit them on stream, and then you come on, and then we'll talk about the editing process and stuff like that, and kind of compare each other's edits, not to see who's better, but just to compare and, like, you know, see the process behind each, and to learn from each other. So
yeah, do it. It's fun.
Flo, I don't know if you can send out a shout out to Andrea Gronar, but yeah, please do that so you guys can follow her when she goes live. Oh yeah, all right, so did you find the image?
Yeah, I sent you on Discord.
Okay, let me find it real quick. Wow, that's a sick shot.
It's really cropped in too.
All right.
But it really, like, it has something. That's why he stole it.
Wow. it is a great shot. Okay, trouble on my left, on my right. Been facing trouble almost all my life. Join the case sentence. That's such a cool shot, and it's kind of, you know. Did you comment on him and tag him? Be like, hey, where's the credit?
I had a couple of friends comment like, yeah, there you go. There's
Dear Beck, the photos by Andrea, by a good artist. Recognize your work. Wow.
But he never like acknowledged it, but it's okay.
Credit
like
the photographer, Beck.
It happens. If you put it out there on the internet, then it's over.
Yeah, but I mean, at the very least, you know, you probably still take it as a compliment, huh?
Yeah, totally.
I mean, it's Beck. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Shoot. Okay.
It's still like street cred.
Yeah.
Or music photo cred.
Yeah, I mean, at least you could still call it out on your end. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And next time I see him, I'll go like, dude, come on. Share.
Like, hey, you like that photo that I took of you? Want me to do more? Hire me.
Yeah.
All right. So on this photo, I noticed you cropped this so that you got rid of this umbrella on the right, and then you got rid of the security guard because he's like right there at the lady's face, and then here's the lady's face, but then half her face is gone. So
I cloned it real quick.
He's like right here.
Yeah.
So that's cool though, because now it's just the focus is on him, and it's cool that this phone is here as well, so you can get that like cool like fandom thing.
Can I show you a cool thing I did with this?
Yeah.
Because I animated this picture. I did like this parallax effect to it. I don't know if you've seen this.
Is that the infrared stuff?
No. This is different. This is animation with After Effects.
Whoa! That's cool. You made that on After Effects?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Wow, that's cool.
I like.
Is it super simple to make?
It's really it's not difficult, but it's tedious. Like it's a lot of work. I had to mask out like every hand, cut it up, and then cut him out and make the background just like content aware feeling, but just enough so that it doesn't show very much, like you don't notice it, but it's cloned. There's nothing behind him, obviously. So to give that effect of moving, you use a fake camera inside After Effects to do the panning, and that's how I do it.
Wow, that's so cool. That's so cool. I like it. All right. Let's go to the edits. So I chose to do this in black and white. And I really wanted to brighten up the light on the right side.
Yeah.
After looking at your image, I definitely would have tried to cut out the man. But yeah, so what do you so black and white, I did get rid of the top light at the light at the top. Try to keep the background super dark. I didn't want the tree coming from the background. Yeah, really brightened up the right side. It was a little challenging, I guess, in a way, because I didn't want to overdo it. I didn't want to overdo it to make it seem real fake or anything like that, but I just went for it, and I guess I'm a little pleased with how it came out. The right side umbrella kind of thing. I guess the black and white doesn't really distract as much because everything is in black and white, but yeah. So what do you think?
I like it. Like I like what you did with the beam. I said, I don't think about this. Like I do it so quickly, but like it was really interesting to just watching like what first comes into your head when you look at it. like instead of me, like I just like go through them real quick. But I like it. I think black and white. It's a safe but classic choice, and it gives it because it works because it's really dramatic, and the pose is really dramatic. So it goes well.
It's kind of like the first image where Papa Roach is doing that crazy face.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
It's just to emphasize the drama or whatever.
Yes. Emphasize the drama for sure. Thank you for letting me edit this. It was really fun. It really was.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know. What do you think about the beam of light? Do you feel like I could have made it a bit better or too much?
Maybe a little bigger, just like getting closer to him because he is really lit on that side. So maybe to maybe bigger, but I don't know. Like I like it. I
cool.
like what you did.
Okay, next one. We got 2 more to go. So Miss Billie Eilish.
Miss Billie Eilish, like you have to get into her. You have to.
Yeah. Well, I hardly ever listen to her music. I only heard that one song, Bad Guy. And then yesterday while we were editing her photos, I was pleasantly surprised by her music. The other songs that came after were just real like slow, and not just like super weird and stuff, just really slow, stripped down, and her voice just like shines through. She has an incredible voice. She
has an incredible voice. She's really, really talented, and her brother, like he's the producer. They do everything together, and I think they're great. I love them. I was really excited to be able to shoot her when she came because, like I was saying earlier, like there was a restriction, a really, really big restriction for this show. Only 5 media outlets were able to shoot this, and I was one of them. So it was great, and it ended up being printed, so that was also great.
Wow.
Not this photo in particular, but yeah.
I was gonna say, I didn't see it, but I wouldn't imagine you sending photos that have been printed to be edited. Is there like a restriction from Rolling Stone, like once they print certain images you can't like publish it in anything else?
No. I keep the rights to it, but they have the editorial rights too. So if I can do whatever I want with it, but if anyone else prints it or uses it, they can get in trouble. They can get in trouble with them.
Okay. So you mentioned yesterday you and Michelle were talking all about how reds are kind of the bane for music photographers. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, sure. It's because reds are really, I don't know what this word is in English, plastoso. Like, let me get my translator.
Okay. What's the word? Plastoso?
Plastoso. Like,
plastoso.
It says plastic, but it's not plastic. It's like a big concentration of pigment or color in the pixels of the image. So you lose all the detail, like there's no detail at all because it's so plastoso. I don't know how to call it in English.
Kirk says reds are overwhelming.
Overwhelming, yeah, they are overwhelming.
Very saturated and vibrant.
Saturated, but if it was only an issue of saturation, then if you desaturate it, then that would fix it, but it doesn't. So what you have to do is like, it depends. You have two or three scenarios. If you have only red light, then you're not gonna be able to bring out any other color because it just doesn't exist in the information of the picture. But if you had like I don't know, like a spotlight in front of her or any other source of light, then maybe, and with that light information, maybe you could pull other colors from the picture. But this time it was just red lights all over the place. So what I did was just like embrace the red and just try to make it a little bit more detailed, maybe more contrast, and just to bring out everything that you can't see on the raw.
Yeah. All right. Well, as I was editing in the very beginning, I was leading off with doing something in black and white, but as you and Michelle kept talking, I was just like, you know what? No, I'm gonna edit it in red. I'm gonna subject myself to it. I want to experience what you guys experience, and so I will say it was pretty difficult to work with it. You know, for my edit, what did I do? I even though I brightened the shadows, I tried to keep as much detail as I could, keeping like the blacks in and the contrast in, even though I raised the shadows, and so you can especially see on her face, it's like a lot more detailed versus the original raw, which just seems a lot more smooth. This seems a bit more detailed. You can see the buns separated from the background a lot better than the raw. Exactly. I tried to keep the same red color, but yeah, I mean, if it's red like this, you just gotta embrace it, right, and roll with it.
Yeah, exactly. Just what you said. Just try to make everything appear more clearly, I guess I would say, or play with the, even if it's like one color, just one color, monochromatic. Is that what you call it? Like just maybe play with the luminance of the color. So maybe it gives you more shadows or less shadows. I don't know. It's just just embrace it, but work like around it.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, on to the very last image. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Thank you for bearing with us in the very beginning with our little technical difficulties, but now we are rolling, and cool. All right. Here's the images side by side. Okay, on to the last one. Here we go. Last image. Who is this? What was this taken for?
Yeah. This is Jax Jones and Martin Solveig at EDC last year. No, this year. A little before the pandemic hit. There was like millions of people. Not millions, but like
thousands, hundreds of thousands.
Tens of thousands. No, tens of thousands.
Oh, tens of thousands.
Yeah. So we were contacted by the agency, I guess you would call it, that brings the artist to the festival. I've never been to EDC because I don't really listen to.
You don't really listen to the EDC?
No. I swear, like other years, I was like, you will never see me step a foot on EDC festival. It's crazy. I don't like it. Like I don't like the music. But this time I had a really good time. Like it's of course like a different experience if you get to go on stage and see everything like that, obviously. But the music was too much for me. Like at one point I was like, I can't take this anymore, but I had to keep working.
The constant bass, like you just can't take it, or what?
I can't. It's too repetitive. I don't know. My brain goes crazy. And
what about Baloo? Does he like it too, or is he with you on that?
He's asking if you like their music, like EDC music. No, he doesn't like it either.
Nice.
So we had never gone to this festival to, like, it was our first time. He was doing video and I was doing the pictures, and it was really fun. We followed them around, like, since they got there to all their press, media coverage, like what they do on festivals here. I don't know if like Coachella or some festivals like that do it too, but every media, like Rolling Stone has a stand, and then the artist goes there and then they have an interview, and every magazine or every whatever, they have their own way of decorating, and they had one for TikTok, and so they do like this round of interviews, and I followed them around for that, taking pictures, and then it was showtime. And just a little before that, we had a quick portrait in backstage too, and yeah, that was that.
Yeah,
it was really great. You can really see Martin like on the edge of the picture, but he was, because I didn't. We only have one wide lens, one fisheye, so Baloo was using it for the video.
Oh,
so
what was the wide angle lens?
It's a 10 to 20 Sigma. It's Sigma.
Oh, that's what Baloo was using.
Yeah, but it's really old too, and whatever. But it was just not the best choice for the pictures.
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Oh yeah, here it is.
Ooh. Nice. So your boyfriend got dibs.
Yeah. It's like that sometimes.
All right. Here's the edit that I did. With the composition, I just straightened it out to the best of my ability. And then I did kind of keep Jax not so much in the center to kind of bring in Martin a bit more, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. I messed up the framing a bit. Because I had to lift the camera, and my camera doesn't have the.
Did you forget your stool?
Yeah, I didn't bring it that time because I didn't know what I was going to do. Like until we got there, I didn't know what was gonna happen, so yeah. I just had to be like this all the time, and it is what it is. I like it.
What it is.
I like it. It's.
Does anyone listen to Jack Jones or Martin Solveig out there in the chat? You guys know who they are? You guys listen to them? Honestly, I might have heard of Martin Solveig before, but I'm pretty sure I've never heard of Jack Jones until yesterday when I was listening to the music. Clarissa knows who they are. Soul doesn't.
Martin is like a bigger deal. I think he was like more old school electronic music. Yeah.
That's how I feel. That's like what I'm picking up. I feel like Martin was more old school. So when you were up there, is it weird being up there and just kind of seeing them kind of do what they do versus like if you're in front of the speakers in the crowd, you're getting a completely different take on what's happening because you're getting the speakers blasting and you're seeing them all hyped and stuff, but then when you're up there with them, it's much more quiet and just kind of like them working. You don't see the inner workings when you're in the crowd. Is that weird?
You know, I'm too in my head in the moment to think about it. Like I definitely feel something different, but I think it's just all the energy because it's really amazing. Like not only that time, but one time I got to go on stage with this other band that I showed you the spread of, Phobia, on the Vive Latino, which is the biggest festival we have here, and they were headlining, and it's just it is weird, but not in a sense like in a bad sense. It's just like it's breathtaking, honestly, and then when I'm working, I don't really think about it, but then I like kind of get flashbacks, and my subconscious just stores these memories of just the sea of people and their faces and their screaming, and it's just it's crazy. But at the moment, I'm just too focused because I don't want to screw up.
One thing I was thinking about was what if you brought a flash? Are you able to bring a flash up there? Because I feel like you wouldn't be allowed to bring flash because the lighting and the stage techs all have the show set up, and how annoying would it be to see this photographer's flash going off constantly? Is that true? You're not allowed to bring flash?
You're not allowed. I mean, you can ask, but you're not allowed. Maybe if you're taking video and you have like a little LED
video
panel
light
or something, maybe that's okay. But a flash, unless it's like a small venue and like a bar or something. But mostly it's really frowned upon. I don't know if it's like prohibited or anything, but
okay.
it's really, and it's not necessary even, because I don't think it would work that well anyway.
Clarissa says no flash, first 3 songs, depending on shows, depends on the artist and the venue.
Exactly.
So it's important to get a camera that can handle low noise really well.
Yeah, that was my main issue. When I started, I had a Canon T3i, and
shoot.
it's like a student camera.
Yeah.
But I actually worked for a whole year with Rollingstone, and it was okay.
Wow. You just gotta get the right lens on there, like a 50 or a 35 or something.
I had a 50, and I used it for everything, and then I slowly upgraded. When I met Baloo, he lent me his full frame camera, and that was the first time I had like a full frame camera. And when I saw what it could do, like how easier everything was like, that's it. Like, I have to buy it. Even if I don't have the money right now, I'll just pay it.
It's an investment into your business. Full frame camera.
Had to.
Wow, what an awesome shot. And one thing too about this shot, when I was editing this, was I like where his hand is.
Yeah.
It almost kind of feels like this is coming from his hand. You know what I mean?
That would have been a better composition.
Yeah. But not quite, but it would have been really cool if that was like somehow enhanced or something. But you nailed the focus on this, I feel. The back of him isn't really in focus, which is okay. But you know, Martin's right here dancing on the thing. So I feel like in this shot the focus was pretty optimal where you have it.
Yeah, but, I do a lot of manual focus because I don't.
Wow.
You can't trust, like, my camera doesn't see at all in the dark, so you
interesting.
Can't trust it.
Even with the optical viewfinder, you can't see in the dark. Maybe that's a good benefit for mirrorless, and maybe that's why Michelle talks a lot about using mirrorless in music photography, because when you adjust the settings, you see what you're shooting. Yeah, you know, you're seeing how it's gonna be.
Another thing that I'm obsessed about is, like, my camera has like 10 or 12 focus points. Yeah. And new cameras have like 150 or something. Like
this one's like 200 something.
Yeah, it's just crazy, and it's annoying for me now that I know what's out there. So I'm trying to save up.
Use the 1DX. Yeah, my second shooter uses the 1DX. It's a beast of a camera, and even my camera, I've got the Nikon D4S, and that is a beast, and the focus does let me down. I mean, it's crazy. And just using this entry-level mirrorless camera, the Z50, it's like, it's so game changing. And really, the biggest issue for me is just the battery. Like, what it really comes down to, it's the battery. And if I could just get a couple batteries on hand, then I'm good to go. Because my Nikon D4S, like I can. Yeah, the grip, the vertical grip. Because like the Nikon that I use, like for a wedding, I could shoot a 10-hour wedding on one battery, you know, and I won't even be like down to the last battery cell on that battery, because it's just so great. But then these mirrorless, man, like they just die in like 5-6 hours of heavy use. I mean, it is a newer camera, but you're only getting like 350 shots out of it versus like whatever. So get those extra batteries and then you're good to go, pretty much.
I mean, but it's also like change the battery, make sure they're all charged, and they should better that. Improve it.
Yeah, photo. If you're shooting manual focus with motion and stuff, you'll probably want to set up your shot so that like when whatever is entering into your frame, getting that motion, that you have that like focus plane dialed in. That would be the only thing for me. Like when I do a first kiss, honestly, I can't count how many times the D4S has let me down on the first kiss. Like with the autofocus. Like it'll focus on the minister behind, or like on the flower or whatever. And so what I usually do with first kisses, when I know it's like game time, I'll make sure I get to my spot, and then I'll set I'll set the manual focus done or in, and then when they do the motion of kissing, I've got the whole focus dialed in and everything is good. But man, all the time it happens.
I would be so stressed if that happened to me. I've never shot a wedding, but I would die.
So when that happens, Andrea, all you have to do is you just ask the bride and groom to kiss again, or like after they're done kissing, they'll look out to the crowd, and if you make eye contact with them, I always go like, kiss one more time.
Okay,
you know, and then they'll kiss. And then usually it's better because the first kiss, there's always the nervousness and the pressure of everyone. Like, but then when they do the second kiss, there's always like a lift, or like the guy goes in deeper or something like that. So it's better. You know, you just got to think about that, you know, just do it again. Or they're walking down the aisle, stop in the middle of the aisle, have them kiss again.
You're right.
Why can't we have a Tesla battery in a camera? Well, that's the thing. I feel like Tesla batteries are in the Nikon cameras because Nikon has really good battery life. Okay. That is it. Do you want to grade or not? You don't have to grade if you don't want to, but you can.
I would. I'm just gonna say
overall.
This.
How about an overall?
Overall, I give you a. You want numbers or letters?
Letters.
Letters, I give you an A. Yeah, an A.
We got an A, chat. We got an A.
But wait. I have something to say though.
Yes.
Why did you shy away from the pink and purple one? Because that was
purple one.
That was a challenge, I think.
Oh, the guitar?
The one
where he's playing guitar?
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, Andrea sent me 7 images to pick from, and I chose 5. And the reason why I chose these 5 was just straight up, I thought these images were the most fun and cool looking images.
Okay.
That's pretty much what it's. The pink and blue one.
Yeah.
When I started editing it the first time, I was like, I don't like this. I don't like this. She said I could choose the ones I can edit, so I'm not gonna choose this one. But maybe I should have done it to like give myself more of a challenge, because these are such great shots and fun to edit.
I honestly I put it in there just to give you a challenge, but I didn't want you to
you should have made me. You should have said
it.
no. Okay, I'm gonna give you a choice, but you have to do this one.
Yeah, I should have, but it's really frustrating. Like, it took me, honestly, I shot that 2 years ago, and just last month I could actually just get it the way I wanted it to look, because it was such a harsh light, like the red one, but worse. But
well, everybody, well, we're headed into FoCon week 3 now. We're gonna be doing the voting, and guess what? We've got yours truly, Andrea, who's gonna be coming back as our guest judge. All right, guys. So don't go away. We are getting into FoCon week 3. Andrea, I will reconnect with you on a call. We'll just take a quick little break, and then I'll bring you on, and then we're gonna get voting. All right, guys. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you.
How was that, guys? Was that good? Was that inspiring for you guys? I was pretty inspired by it. I'm learning a lot. Like, I feel like, in a way, I feel like Joe Rogan, because in the process of interviewing and talking with tons of different photographers, I'm learning a lot. Like, stuff I normally wouldn't think of. And that's how I kind of feel like Joe Rogan. He like interviews all these like random guys, and he like learns how they do their stuff. And I just realized Joe Rogan has buzz hair.